Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to knit this super easy and beautiful headband with the twist. It's very easy to do. It's a great project for beginners. It's a 1-row repeat and then we knit the twist, which is very easy to do. And now I will show you what we need and how to knit this beautiful and easy headband. Today we will need a 9mm knitting needle. You will also need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and I'm using some chunky yarn. And this yarn is the Bernat Softy Chunky. But of course you can use any yarn you want, but I use this one for this tutorial. And now let's get started. We start with a slip knot. And we need to cast on 10 stitches. So first insert your needle into the loop and pull tight. And now it's time to cast on. I always cast on like this. I grab the yarn, wrap around my finger. I take my needle and I go underneath and I put it on the hook. I make a loop with my finger, like you can see here. I go underneath and pull it off. It's actually very easy to do. And for this headband, we will need to cast on 10 stitches. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you will repeat this until you have 10 stitches on your needle. For the first row, we will be using the knit stitch. In the whole headband, we are using the knit stitch. But what's very important for the border stitch, we will take the first stitch off, which is very easy. Just grab your needle, go like you would do a knit stitch underneath and take off your loop. And now pull tight. This is our first stitch. And now let's do the knit stitch. Just insert your needle underneath until you come out on the other side. Grab your yarn, go around, pull the needle through, underneath, and now our loop is on our right needle, and now we can take off that stitch. I show you again. Just insert your hook underneath, grab your working yarn, go around your hook in the back, pull through, and now it's on our hook here, and now take it off. And you will repeat this with all those stitches. Just keep repeating, doing the knit stitch. And I see you back in just a moment. This is how our first row looks like. Let's get started with our next row, and it's a 1-row repeat. So the first loop on your hook, we just take off, we make a knit stitch, like we insert our hook like a knit stitch, and we just pull it off our needle. Pull it tight, and now repeat the knit stitch. So insert your hook, grab your yarn, go around and pull through and take off. You see, it's actually very easy once you get the hang out of it. And now you will just make a knit stitch all the way along. I will do it with you just to show you. Insert your hook, go around, pull through. Insert, go around, pull through, and take off. And this is our knit stitch. It's a very beautiful and easy stitch to do once you get the hang out of it. And now I'm in my last stitch, and here make a knit stitch 2. I show you one more time the 1-row repeat. So the first stitch, it's always important to take off to get a nice border. So just insert your needle, pull it off, and pull tight. And now repeat the knit stitch. And you will repeat this row over and over again till you reach half of your head size. Once, for example, if you have a head size 50 centimeters, you will knit 25 centimeters. And I will show you in just a moment what I mean and how it looks like. Just keep repeating this row over and over again until you reach half of your head size. And I see you back in just a moment. So just finish your row, go around and pull through. I repeated the row over and over again, and this is how it looks like. You can see we have a beautiful edge over here, and I knitted roughly 25 centimeters. In inches, it is 9.5 inches. It all depends on your head size, just until you reach half of your head size. And now I will show you how we will make the twist. Now it's time to make our twist, which is very, very easy to do. You will need another knitting needle in about the same size like the one you're working with. And we have 10 loops on our needle, and we will take off half of it. So we need to take off 5 loops. You just grab your needle and take off 5 loops. So 1 and 2. And take your time, just make sure they're not going to fall off. Our third one, the fourth, and the fifth. Now you will take the hook with the 5 loops and just move it to the front. Just ignore those, and now just keep knitting on your working needle. So the 5 loops over here, we move to the front, we grab our working yarn, and now we will knit our 5 stitches. So grab your yarn, pull around, pull to the front, and take off. And we will do this with all of those 5 loops on our needle. Just make a knit stitch in every single one of those 5 stitches. Here's our 4th one. And now our last one. They're a little bit tight. Just take your time and finish knitting your 5th stitch. And now we will knit the other 5 stitches on our other hook, the one we took off. All you're going to do is move the hook with the 5 loops to the left. Just grab it and move it to the left. And now we will knit those 5 loops. So insert your hook again, grab your yarn, go around and make a knit stitch. This could be a little bit tight again, but just keep your time and finish knitting all 5 stitches. Insert your hook, grab your yarn, go around and finish the stitch. Just take your time. And now we have 1 stitch left. And again, make a knit stitch. And now you can take the other needle and put it on the side. Now our twist is done, and all you're going to do is repeat our row we did in the first part of our headband. So take the first stitch off and now keep knitting in every stitch. Make a knit stitch in every stitch. And this is all you're going to do now. You can't see the twist right now, but if you knit a couple more rows, you will see the twist will appear just by itself. And now you will repeat this row over and over again until you reach your desired head size. You see, it's very easy, just like we did before. Just take off the first loop and then keep knitting in the last 9. And you will do this over and over again, and I see you back in just a moment. I knitted a couple more rows, and now you can see this beautiful twist. You see, it was so easy to do, and it looks just beautiful. And now all you're going to do is repeat the row over and over again until you reach your desired head size. Once you reach your desired head size, it's time to cast off. It's very easy. The first stitch, we will make a knit stitch. Just make a knit stitch, and we need another knit stitch. We always need 2 loops on our hook. So now we have the 2 loops, and you grab the loop in the back and pull it over the one in front of it. Pull to the front, and once you have 1 loop, take it off. And now the first one is done. You will insert your hook again, make a knit stitch. Now we have 2 loops again, and now take the back loop and move it over the first one. Could be a little bit tricky sometimes. Just grab it and pull to the front, and now we have 1 loop, and now take it off your needle. And this makes a beautiful border. It's very easy. Again, make a knit stitch. We have 2 loops, grab the back loop and pull it over the front one like that, and take off your needle. And you will repeat this until you get to your last stitch. I am now in my last stitch, and the same again, make a knit stitch into the last stitch, and now again grab the back loop, move it over the front one. Like I said, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes when your stitches are very tight. And now you can take off the other needle, and this is how our border looks like. What we need to do now, we need to cut our yarn. Just make sure you leave a longer tail, because we need the yarn to sew in both sides together. So just cut your yarn. Now pull up your needle. You have a loop, insert your finger inside, grab the yarn, and now make a knot and pull tight. And now we will take our yarn needle and we will sew in both sides together. Just grab both sides, hold it, and now just make a whip stitch. It's very easy to do. Just make sure the edges are even. Insert your hook, pull through, and now just sew in both sides together like this. Go into the next stitch and just whip stitch both sides together. You see, it's very easy to do. Once you're done, all you have to do is sew in your end. Just make sure it's sewed in good so it does not open up on you, and then we are done. So make sure it's all nice sewed in, and then we are done. And this is how our headband looks like. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can find me on Instagram. I would love to see your finished headbands. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.